Alright guys, so we got something special. I decided to take on this game. Um, yeah, what to say about it. This is well, they gave me a key to showcase a little bit and give you a look. Honestly, the game's fairly simple. Let me show you what I mean by that. So essentially what you do is at the start you unlock certain items. You know, I started out here with this area. And basically it tells you what it wants and where. So my first mission was to set up sugar and turn it into candy. And then take the candy to a different location. Now the candy is going over here to Baton Rouge. We're gonna zoom in here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna fast forward until the train shows up. And once the train gets over here, we're gonna follow it. Honestly, that's about what we're gonna do for today's video. It's a fairly simple gameplay loop. You just get to make all your own train stations and that sort of thing. We'll go through a couple of the different train routes that I've set up. I'll go over what's happening on the loop, and then you guys can, well, make a decision if you want to do it. We've got a few trains set up here, so we've got a few loops that we can go over. I think this is one of our longer loops, so it might be a minute or two till it gets here. But you've got many options. You can, you know, remove stuff. You've got your different signals, different kinds of depots, whether they go through or reverse in. You've got your different kinds of stations, your different tracks, as well as powered or high speed, etc. I'm not that far into it yet. If we look here, I've still got quite a bit to go before we get to the end. So, alright, he's coming into the station, so we're gonna grab him. Alright, so it's train 32. Hanging about, there's nice. And we're gonna follow this guy on his route. Now, for me, this is what I enjoy about train games. I know it's not for everybody, but I like building up the tracks. I like setting everything up, and then just like with all the roller coaster games and stuff, I like to kind of just follow it on its route. I'm a bit of a train nerd, so I have a dream one day that if we ever get our house, our own house set up, that we would be able to set up a full-scale train track around the yard. I've also designed a GoPro mount to sit on the said train and go with it, so... Is that a lion? I think it's meant to be a lion. Alright, so I believe you can go to times 4. We're going to knock that up, otherwise we're going to be here all day. We're going to go on this little train trip. And then after this, I'll show you a couple of the trains I've got and how to set them up. We'll call it for that one. I've got a Patreon video planned where each route will be named and selected for each person, so stay tuned for that. Alright, now that it's up to speed, we can slow it down and... Yeah, so you can have a look. You've got good zoom in. The only thing I wish is the mountainous terrain in this is very few and far between. There is different levels of slope, but it's not often enough. But given the fact that it's an indie game and what you can do and the detail on the trains and stuff, I absolutely love it. Honestly, I try to keep most of my tracks as simple as possible for now. Mainly because later on down the track, once we've unlocked the electricity and stuff, I'll add in more complicated rails. But for now, it's literally just I give each line its own thing. So far, the game's had a bit of an issue understanding which track is which and for what reason. I've set up a few multi-lines, but they've ended up not functioning properly. The train's crossing over for no reason. And it's a bit frustrating, and trying to get two trains to run on one track honestly has been more trouble than it's worth. So for now, at least, we've only got single lane tracks, basically. So we're about halfway along this one. Some of these tracks are fairly large. I decided to go around the mountains. You know, going through ends up costing a lot more. I think up ahead we get a little bit closer to a secondary track. Yeah, I think that's it over there. You can kind of see it along the horizon there. I left one of the tracks that I was working on unfinished so I could show you guys how you put those together. So as soon as we get to the end of this line, we might go up there. I'll give you a little example of how to set stuff up, what trains you've got, and then we'll do one more train trip. I think we'll actually take the one that's up there because I'm pretty sure that's the one that goes over the bridge. Well, we've got a new contract to send some candy. Money-wise, I haven't had much issues. Honestly, it's been fairly simple. That being said, I've kind of just gotten up, walked away, wanted to do a few things while this is running, so... he's slowing up here. He could have taken the other lane and gone into the, you know, into the basic train station as well, but there you go. Now, we're going to come up to here. This is one of our passenger platforms. As you can see, we've got an extra line going out there. That's because we still need a connection to a city just up there, but let's take a gander. So you can see the train's on his way back now. And all you do is you select your marker and you draw it to where you want, following whatever kind of path you're chasing. So, like that. So we're going to jump on board train 21 in a second, but first I want to show you quickly how to make a train. You simply add either passenger or cargo train, you click this, and then you select the kind of train you want. I've got a few unlocked. Add it, and then you add what cars you want attached. It'll give you some basic understanding of whether it's a good or a bad one, the lifespan of the train, or the lifespan of the car. That's basically it. So train 21. Let's go to ×4 and we'll follow this one. And yeah, honestly guys, it's, like I said, it's a simple game with very simple mechanics, but for someone like me who's into trains and stuff, it's very, well, it's a soothing kind of game. I could go for hours. Once I finish setup, I could literally go for hours just watching the trains travel around. I'd love to set up a giant circuit. Like I said, I love the attention to detail on the rail. And for an indie developer, absolutely love it, guys. So we're going to follow this one to the end. And then we're going to do our outro, and well, you'll be seeing another video of this not too far in the future. Once I've got everything set up the way I want, we'll do a proper once over. If you're into trains, guys, and you want something simple that you get to just slap some tracks down and follow your train, I can recommend this one. It does take a while to accumulate points. Like right now we're trying to get to 300 to unlock the next tier, so it does take a while, but 100% worth it. coming into the station, guys. I want to thank everyone who gave this video a chance. I understand these sorts of games and stuff are not for everybody, but, well, I like it. So, without further ado, my name's Mad Rush. This is the Madhouse, and you guys are awesome. I hope you have a wonderful morning, evening, or night, whatever the case may be. And I'll see you all next time.